you've seen this film a few times. I know, London as well. So yeah, you've seen this film a few times now. Have you noticed that every time you see it, you notice something just slightly different about it?
There are so many layers to this film, which is just the most amazing thing about it, because it makes you think about so many things on so many different levels. And every time I take something away from it, I take a different parallel that I didn't see before. And even after working on it and reading the script quite a fair few times, I still keep taking different things away from it, and that's the real beauty about the story.
Of course, you mentioned obviously established, obviously from England, but you're playing a Texan in this movie. So when you play a Texan, is it quite hard not to sort of veer into the realm of the caricature? Because it's very easy to have a kind of certain idea based on movies about how these people like that talk.
Yeah, there was that to begin with, and I think we had to, we went through that stage, but I think you got to go there first and then bring it down. So I watched Sissy Spacek and Badlands, and that was a real sort of accent inspiration for me, but yeah.
And you're working with some incredible actors, of course, in this movie. I mean, are you still at a stage in your career where you're still actively watching them and trying to learn from them while you're on set?
Absolutely. I say that I'm a sponge on set, and I just like to take as much information in as I possibly can. I like to ask as much things as I possibly can, and, you know, chat to them about their experiences, and just watching them work is the most... It's just so beneficial, you know.
So when you play the daughter of someone as kind of distinctive and as kind of renowned as someone like Jake Gyllenhaal, for instance, do you have to kind of try and change your mannerisms slightly to match him, or do you focus more on the character rather than the actor?
I think it's a bit of both, you know. You want to focus on both, and I think we all sat down, like me, Isla and Jake all sat down and had a chat about that, and that was something that we all coherently decided on together, so yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you,
Cheers.
so nice to meet you.
Hi there, my name's Erica. I'm with fellow Canada. Nice to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You were talking a bit about learning from your co-stars. I'm curious, what were your first impressions of them like, or what was it like to first meet some of them?
Yeah, it was amazing just to see how they work. You know, just the way that they challenge themselves and they try different things, and the way they really sort of get themselves there to that point is just so interesting.
Is there anything that you took away from working with Tom?
There are so many things that I took away from learning with Tom. I think I'm never ever going to have his eye for detail, because his eye for detail is just incredible, but I think that's something that I've learned to focus on more, is detail, because it's so important. Little details can become so important in the grand scheme of things.
And do you have any tips for approaches to red carpet dressing?
Mix it up, you know, it's fun, yeah.
Awesome.
And I love wearing Tom. Always wear Tom Ford, if you can. I just fell in love with the script when I read it. The story is just so unique.
How would you describe your character then?
So I play Jake Gyllenhaal, and Isla Fisher's daughter, and she's a Texas girl. Yeah.
Is that hard, playing a Texas girl?
I mean, it was. I've been doing an American accent for a while, but a Texas accent was quite specific, so I had to do quite a lot of work on that. I watched Sissy Spacek and Badlands for some inspiration, just because she was around my age, and also maybe the ginger hair helped. But no, so that was definitely a help for me, and also listening to Friday Night Lights, and I had an amazing dialect coach, so it wasn't a problem, you know.
Can I ask you about the style of the movie, the overall look of it? Because of course you have, famous designer.
Yeah.
Who's your boss?
Yeah, it's just breathtaking, really. Really breathtaking.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.